Tells his mind is okay, tells the time that won't change, there's no time that won't fade into silent old days. Tells tired old veins there's no violence on stage, and quietly waits for the sign of his name. In a bar 2 towns over, in a world wrecked too big, in a dark that's too closed off, in a turn that's too quick, in a part that's too clovers, and a burnt ash that drips, with a heart that's too sober, and a learnt act he sits wildly silent in the bind of his bridge, fighting each widity, climbing his wrist, mind crying inside of him, privately ripped, decidedly dying till finally it's him. Tentative footsteps gently twist to the bends in his blood breaths an event as he lifts, tends to his looks as if ascending ain't shit, but pretending ain't much when the pretending ain't lived. A long walk and a short time with a tongue caught in a brought word, steadies non-thoughts and it all bursts in a run poured from a small chirp, encore of a dull verse, but the drunk calls give it all perk, stands tall in the whole perch with an angle, and ignored hearts tells jokes, laughs and they laugh back too. A sea of eyes and a sea of lights in a real life black room, clears throat, laughs and they laugh back too. A realign and the needle lies and the freer lines crack loose, in a flat 2 towns over, in a room that's too quick, with a glass that scoot closer, in a move matched by chips, with a back that glues sofas, in a mood racked with glitz. He wrangles through the photos and muses each flick. Tells his mind is okay, tells the time that won't change, there's no time that won't fade into silent old days. Tells tired old veins there's no violence on stage, and quietly waits for the sign of his name. And the crowds become bigger, the voices in waves, shouting in shimmers, an assortment of days. And the ground becomes thicker, door becomes framed with the loud lungs and the trickle sounds of the dormant dark stage. And the panic in his poor chest still visits through shades, and anxiety each time he sees the cynic's loop played. But a balance through his small steps tilts with him grew great each time he beats the quiet beast and lives still through the pain. So tells his mind is okay, tells the time that won't change, there's no time that won't fade into silent old days. Tells tired old veins there's no violence on stage, and quietly waits for the sign of his name.